I'm Kieran Poole, and welcome to the second part of episode 3 of the Almost Art original series Interpretation. In this episode, we gave a group of dancers just 1 hour to choreograph and perform a dance inspired by non-musical audio, given to them on the actual day. This segment features Alex Codd choreographing himself and dance partner Ricardo Walker. If you would like to see more of them, click the links below.
What was your initial response when you first heard it?
Yeah, it was unusual music. I didn't really know what to expect music-wise, but I thought it was quite hypnotic, which is something I tried to incorporate within the choreography and within the performance quality.
And obviously you had like an hour to do it. So did you really feel the pressure to creating that piece of art in that time space?
Yeah, I think I set off.
I suggest you did.
I mean, a little bit. I felt like I really set off trying to get it done as quick as I can, and then I kind of did a time check and realised I'd only been going 5 minutes. So I was like, oh, okay, I can chill out a bit now. And then once it was done, we worked on refining it a lot more and having more detail, and that's when we kind of went back and did more of a rehearsal process. What I tend to do is once I get going, you just got to keep going, get it out, because that's the good stuff. And then you can go back and kind of go oh, actually, okay, take that out, change this to this kind of thing. Because otherwise, if I think too much about it, that tends to be when it's rubbish. It's just better just to get on a roll and keep going.
It's like reactive.
Yeah.
There was a lot of facial expressions from both. So is the acting element as important as the dance, or is it not? Do you think?
Yeah, when it comes to choreographing for me, I like I never dance for no reason. There's no point, even if the reason is really slight and as long as the reason there. I like the movement to be an extension of emotion rather than just dancing.
How has that experience affected your views of inspiration?
Yeah. When I came in, not only did I use the music as inspiration, I also my surroundings. I really love the setting. I think it works really well, and as a natural instinct, when creating a story for the dance, I used the setting, the fact that there's 2 male dancers, and the music. It all came together as one. Inspiration, it can be found anywhere, and sometimes it's silly, but it just works.
And that's why you used the area over there, like the seated area as well?
Yeah, I wanted to involve the setters and involve the whole room as much as possible.
And has it like altered your opinion or view on like, interpreting things, sound and art and surroundings? Has your views on that changed at all? By doing it within, in that context very quickly?
Yeah, what was unusual, it was not necessarily forcing, might not be the right word, but try and think of inspiration straight away. Whereas what I try to do when I'm working usually is just let inspiration come to me. I know when something I'm like, oh, that's inspired me to do this. But with this situation, I was stood in the middle of the room with music playing, like, I've got to think of something that's going to inspire me, and off I go.
But the danger of that, it could almost be forced, couldn't it? It could almost be forced.
That was a worry of mine.
And did that happen at the beginning, do you think, or not at all?
I'm pleasantly surprised to say it didn't. It seemed to just roll off, and once we got going, I thought it was really successful.
If you had a week to do that, exactly what you've just done, do you think it would have been better, worse, any different?
I think
it could only be better, surely.
I don't think it would have been. I think I'd have spent this exact same amount of time choreographing. I think the only thing that might have got better is it might have been slightly cleaner because we could have rehearsed it a bit more. But I don't think the choreography would have changed at all because, like I said, I can't. No, when I think about it longer and longer, it gets worse. It gets forced. That's when it gets forced. Some of the best work that I've done has been choreographing 10 minutes because it just comes out, and that's when it's good.
And I guess if you allow time, then you have that sort of self-doubt and anxiety,
of
like the festival.
Yeah.
But you immediately said it would straight away. Like, why did you go with that?
Not choreography-wise, but yeah, like Alex said, it would be a lot cleaner. Like transitions would be smoother, and there'd be no doubt whatsoever when it comes to the movement. So. That's what I meant when it would be better, not choreography.
So do you think ultimately that the time pressure that you had today benefited?
Yeah, I think it did. And actually with the whole kind of theme and concept that I went down, I kind of liked the uncertainty. I kind of liked that the whole way through I was thinking, what's next? Like, and I think that actually kind of worked quite nicely. Put us on edge, and I thought that worked nice. I quite liked it.
Alex, you spoke about like a story that you kind of picked up through the music.
Mm-hmm.
How easy do you think it will be for an audience picking up that same story that you saw through the music?
Yeah, I like the audience to have freedom to get whatever they want to get from it. I think I would be interested to ask audience members, what did you think it was about? And I wouldn't get offended or anything like that if it was different. I found that really interesting.
Ricardo, have you done any choreographing before?
Yeah. As dancers, we have to listen to a choreographer, and in other times we have to be able to tell people what to do and choreograph our own stuff. So whilst we were at college, we'd have to choreograph little sections for ourselves, for like solos, for showcases.
So was it difficult then, like not choreographing today, just being purely the dancer, purely being the person that takes the instructions rather than gives them?
It's fine. I mean, it's very different being the dancer and being the choreographer, because the choreographer has a slight more pressure to make sure everything's clean, and make sure that the choreography does look good, and it's not just, oh, we've only got an hour, let's just do this. Whereas the dancer, they're just there as a dancer. They don't have any pressure.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for taking part in
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me.
So that was Alex Codd, accompanied by Ricardo Walker. I just couldn't believe how quickly that all came about. If you would like to see more of them, please follow the links below. Also, don't forget to check out the other participants of this experiment and last month's experiment if you haven't seen it yet.